Hello YouTube subscribers. Just making a video today on maintaining your state of consciousness. So essentially that is keeping your vibration up and allowing yourself to be of service and maintain yourself in a state so you are not in suffering and you're not in conflict with the present moment. So the three states that I recommend to be in are either allowing, accepting, or enjoying. So in every moment, ask yourself the question, am I allowing this? Am I enjoying this? And if I can't enjoy it, am I accepting this? So sort of going into that sort of sequence, and then by way of surrendering to the present moment, you become more present. You'll feel the aliveness within your body, and you'll be able to better to cope with what comes your way. Taking conscious breaths during the day, being very mindful of everything. A lot of people disappear in their thoughts when they're washing dishes, they're doing laundry. No, that's time for powerful spiritual work. And you can be fully in the body. When you are fully in the body, you'll be able to feel sort of the essence. I guess you could call that the astral body, the etheric body, the thought behind the mechanism that is you. So as many on this path know, we're not these bodies. These are a temporary experience. We're humans having a temporary experience in these bodies. And knowing that there's a bigger picture and you are a powerful being within this physical body for a relatively small short of time. And Buddhists a lot of time will do these death meditations where they're, essentially contemplating death, and some of them are quite hideous. I mean, they're going into their flesh decaying and such. I don't think that's necessary, but definitely doing some sort of meditation on the fact that you are a mortal being and you're not going to be in this form forever. So taking advantage of that, and as the Tim McGraw song would say, if this was your last day, what would you want to accomplish? Being very mindful of that. So in that way, you cause less suffering for yourself. And when problems happen and conflict develops, you're going to be more apt to be more conscious. And instead of responding, you're taking that time to process and make the best response possible in the circumstances. Because not everybody is doing this self-work. Not everybody's working on their state of consciousness. They are just enamored in the sim game, which is this reality, and they're not doing the work. So keep that in mind. Have compassion for everybody. You don't have to judge everybody. That's their journey. That's their shtick. Worry about yourself. Worry about your state of consciousness. I believe that's one of the biggest goals in this reality, to work on your own, relationship with each moment, and obviously causing less suffering by doing that. That being said, we need to worry about what we're putting in our bodies, focus on higher energetic food. I mean, we got to have the wings, the chocolate once in a while, but obviously making plans so you're stocking your fridge with stuff that is high vibe food. If you can afford it, organic, frequent the farmer's market, go with food in the state. If you can't digest raw stuff, then steam the stuff. In more Asian cultures, they're opt to more steam stuff. This whole raw food diet, I completely disagree with it. It does not work for everyone. Not every diet is going to work for everyone. You've got to listen to your body. Your body's going to tell you what it wants. Your body's going to tell you what it needs. It's going to give you things like heartburn or regurgitation when you eat stuff that don't agree with it. So listen to those signs and consult an Ayurvedic practitioner like myself, consult naturopaths, learn what supplements you need to have to support your ailments, the stuff that you deal with, because not everybody's perfect, right? We don't just come in here with these perfect bodies where everything works. I spent a great proportion of my childhood struggling in doctor's offices, hospitals, dealing with immuno issues. I still deal with some to some extent, but I'm way better managed holistically. So obviously, that's why I make a lot of videos on health and lifestyle for that reason. I want people to live their best lives and have less suffering. So those are a couple of things you can do. The other thing you can do is the daily meditative practice, which will feel like a chore for some if you haven't done it. That's why you want to develop some breath techniques, like the alternate nostril breath, where you're plugging one nostril, like you're plugging this one, you're inhaling, then you're plugging this one, exhaling, inhaling, and we just keep going. So you can start with something like that. Start with some sort of conscious breath or triangle breath, where you're breathing up the side of the triangle. Then you're exhaling down, then you hold at the bottom. A couple of breath techniques like that to open your meditative sequence. And then perhaps picking a place that you can go to in your mind's eye that you're in while you're doing the breath work. Focusing on emotions, higher frequency things like love, compassion, acceptance. Perhaps someone in your life's in need of healing, focusing on them. But just choosing a daily focus for your meditative practice. There's no need for it to be boring. And the breath sequences really helps kind of focus you and bring you to that space. And also choosing a space in your house where you can do this, not having it with the cat who is going all over the house and with the kids that are eating Cheetos and watching a movie. You've got to have your own quiet space to evolve this practice. And also when you miss a practice, not really caring so much and beating yourself up. What is the point of that? You're undoing all the work you've done on yourself. Always love self, always parent yourself, and always have this positive self-talk. And for gosh sakes, don't be afraid to look at yourself in the mirror. We're all human. Society puts so much against us that we're not good enough, we're not pretty enough, we're not handsome enough, we're not smart enough. For gosh sakes, you are. You're a beautiful, soulful human. You can do good in this world. No one's perfect, and you're just trying your best to get through this consciousness like we all are. So those are a couple of thinking strategies, glass half full, things to get you thinking, and my next video is going to detail some methodology for lucid dreaming. So hopefully this one helped. Thanks so much.